What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a battle against a very, very naughty boy or girl. So this team, I was using my full thick Pokemon team. Uploaded this one a couple of days ago now, and I haven't managed to actually put this video up to them. So I was using my exact moves and exact strategies from that theme team. Now the question of today is, what is your favorite shiny Pokemon? Let me know in the comment section. Now I do have a theme team coming up a little bit later on too, so we've got a double upload today. Now if you didn't check out Postman Pip, that went up yesterday. YouTube didn't even set it out properly, so if you haven't seen that already, go check it out now. It'll be on my channel. So we got a Kangaskhan lead, and I've got my Lickitung lead. So these were some of the, this was a special Lickitung set that I was using. Now Lickitung is a really quite a decent Pokemon, and it gets a a vast amount of moves, like a lot of the normal type Pokemon get. So this was a special set. On this one, I've got Ring Out, Blizzard, Fire Blast, and Hidden Power. So now we've got a Mega Kangaskhan to start the battle off with, and it's going to go for a Fissure, which misses, thank goodness. I'm sick of getting hit by Horn Drill. Now go for the Ring Out on the Kangaskhan. It does pretty good damage, but not as much as I really wanted to. So my next best move here would be to go for the Fire Blast, praying that I do not get hit by Fissure. Fissure is going to miss again. Guys, Parental Bond Fissure, it's going to hit twice. Nah, it actually doesn't. To answer your question, obviously it wouldn't hit twice because it's a one-hit KO move. Anyway, so the Fissure is going to miss again. Going for another Fire Blast on the Kangaskhan. The next one is going to be able to take it out. I can use either of my moves. I was thinking about going for a Disrespect Ring Out, but I knew that it would, it's going to actually live because Ring Out is based on the amount of health the opposing Pokemon has, right? So the Fissure is going to miss again, thank goodness, and I'm able to land another Fire Blast. It must be those thick Wi-Fi signals on the Kangaskhan, and that's going to give me an early lead. Now, obviously, this battle, guys, was a joke, and no witch hunting or anything. It was just a funny battle that I had, and it is quite astounding, like half of this stuff can still come online. Alright, so now we got a shiny Meloetta, and you cannot get this Pokemon shiny at all. So we got a double shiny, illegal shiny in this battle. Anyway, there wasn't a lot I could do. I know that's a good fighting type as well. Now, the best thing I was going to go here was go for the Ring Out. I was actually thinking of swapping into my other Pokemon, but I didn't have a lot of checks for this Pokemon. It was pretty good, and I had a couple of normal types in my team too, which wasn't the greatest matchup for me. Anyway, so now the Meloetta's going to go for the Psychic. Lickitung is fairly bulky, so it's going to take that one quite well. Plus, I've got the Citrus Berry as an item, which is going to give me some extra health back too, which is going to be nice and handy. So thick Wi-Fi is going to go for a thick Ring Out, and that does some really good damage to Meloetta. Now, the next one I can go for is a Fire Blast. It was a critical hit though, so it's fairly bulky. I was actually quite lucky to get that one. So now Meloetta is going to go for a Calm Mind. So obviously none of my attacks are going to be able to do anything to it at all, especially after a Calm Mind. Ring Out being my most powerful attack. So it's going to get a +1 in a special attack and special defense. So the other move I had was Belch, not Hidden Power. So that was worked in with the berry nicely. So I thought that kind of fitted the theme team too. So now we've got the Meloetta going for a Psychic. It's got a +1 in special attack, and that hits really hard. I just left that one. My special defense is going to drop, but that's all good. I'm able to get a Melt off, and it lives on like 1 health. I can't believe it. Anyway, so go for the Ring Out here on the Meloetta. So this is basically it for my Lickitung. It did a really good job, so that was pretty good. The Meloetta's going to go for a Calm Mind. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to take him out with a Ring Out. So I went for Ring Out because I thought, it'd be funny if I get a Disrespect KO, right? So I go for the Ring Out. I'm like, this is sweet. Lickitung took that. Maybe they misclicked, and it didn't take it out. The opponent was actually on 2 health instead of 1. Oh, I can't believe how salty I am. I wish I just went for Fire Blast. I didn't think they'd Calm Mind again or misclick like that. Oh, I can't believe that. That's going to be the biggest fail in Pokemon history. Man, I should do some of my top 10 fails. That'd be up there with them. Anyway, so it's going to finish me off with this Psychic, and that's my Lickitung down. Damn. So that they must have been on 2 health. There was no other explanation for it. So thinking about what to swap into this, I need some kind of priority move or something that, would be able to tank it. So I thought my Guzzlord would be a nice swap in, right? Because it's going to resist that Psychic being a dark type sack. It's not going to be able to affect it at all. So I was wondering what other moves it had. Like maybe it had like a fighting move that could be bad. Or I could get maybe, I thought I could go for the Heavy Slam here and take it out and get a +1 in attack. So it's going to go for Shadow Ball. Obviously, it didn't have anything to hit me for like really big damage. So I'm just going to go for the Steamroll here. This was like a critting set Actually, this had Quick Claw, so it had Steamroll on it, which is a really amazing move. I really like it. It's interesting. It has a crit chance too. I've also got Heavy Slam on this too, so I could get some really heavy damage, and it's an amazing move. So the other move I had on this was Crunch and Dragon Claw. Max health and max attack EVs running on Guzzlord. I like Guzzlord. It's a really cool Pokemon. So now we got the, obviously got the scummy Horn Drill Ponyta coming. Like, this thing has been used against me so many times now. It's just such a good Pokemon. So Horn Drill is going to miss against me. Going for the Crunch, like, this is going to be really good. That's going to be take Ponyta if it doesn't have a Sash. And it doesn't have a Sash. Ponyta is down. I cannot get Horn Drilled. Whew. So I got a Beast Boost here and got my +2 in attack. So Guzzlord, we could get a Guzzlord sweep here, people. It could happen. Now, I actually almost got a Guzzlord sweep on a very interesting set. Now we finally have the shiny Hoopa. This time, people, it's an Unbound. It's an Unbound form. So it's McDonald's. Stop giving these out, alright? I'm sick of it. So I went for the Steamroller here. I was hoping Quick Claw would actually activate. However, we're going to have a Z move from the Hoopa, which is going to be obviously a fighting move. Now, obviously, coming from a Hoopa, Hoopa's got like a massive special attack. So if I thought if it was coming from Focus Miss, right, there's no way I'm going to be able to live this one. And this is kind of an appropriate move on Hoopa, right, because all-out pummeling kind of suits all the arms it's got. Like other Pokemon that use it don't have any arms, like something like, I don't know, Diglett or Dugtrio looks quite hilarious using it. So that's obviously going to take me out in one shot, and down goes my Guzzlord with all my Beast Boost. Rip. So this was quite a hard Pokemon to get around. Obviously, it's not the fastest Pokemon, but it has big offense. And my team sort of didn't do like really that much damage at all. Like I had like another Miltank. Like I had like a lot of normal types. So bringing in my Slaking, this was my choice band Scratch Slaking. It was just amazing, guys. And that was it for the set. I just wanted to run the Scratch Slaking again. It's been a while since I've used the big boy. So going for the Scratch, it's going to do amazing damage. Now Hoopa's going to go for the Dank Pulse there, hoping to flinch me. And it doesn't, thank goodness. Look how much Scratch does. Look at this damage. So Scratch is a 2-hit card. Does a solid 3/4 damage. Now, Slaking's going to obviously go down to the next Dark Pulse. There's nothing I can really do. Unless I swap it out. Obviously, I'm going to have the Truant here. So obviously, Hoopa's going to be able to outspeed me. And that's going to be too much for my Slaking to live. And that is down, unfortunately. I ran on that one max health and max attack. If I ran max speed, I could have outsped it, but that's okay. I don't think the result would have been any much more different. So, swapping in my Miltank, this was my special attacking Miltank, Metronome Echoed Voice, amazingly overpowered set, people. See, obviously with Echoed Voice, I had Echoed Voice, Focus Miss. I didn't really have, I think I had Milk Trick on this one too, so I didn't have a lot of moves to actually take this Hoopa out in one shot. I was hoping the Focus Miss would actually miss, and then I could get like a couple of Echoed Voices up and try and get myself back into this game. So going for the Metronome Echoed Voice, amazingly, coming off that amazing special attack, and it does nothing. Now, Hoopa from McDonald's is going to throw a Happy Meal on me, and that's going to take me out in one shot, unfortunately. Since I was running a boosting speed, max special attack Miltank set, that was going to take me out. So things were looking pretty dire straits at the moment. I had to take mainly, I think the Hoopa was like the strongest Pokemon on the team, so I had to take it out. So I've got my Sumo Slayer, which is my Hariyama. Now, this was a Belly Drum Arm Thrust set, which worked fairly well. I actually almost got a couple of sweeps of this. I'm still kind of trying to do it. I like Hariyama. It's a really cool Pokemon. Have you guys, if any of you guys play Pokemon Go, have you got like the shiny yet? So anyway, Hoopa's going to go for the Dank Pulse. Obviously, it doesn't have anything to hit me outside of a resisted kind of move. Going for the flinch there too. I had Feint Attack on this thing and had Arm Thrust and Belly Drum and Substitute. With a Salac Berry, even like with a Salac Berry, it's still going to outsped. But I want to kind of like run a speedy one. So I had Jolly Nature, Max Attack, and Max Speed. Guts is the ability. So now we got the Samrock coming in. There's not a lot I can do to this. I couldn't risk going for the Belly Drum here because I knew that it would outspeed me. And I don't have my Salac Berry up either, right? So I thought Arm Thrust could be my best thing. So now it's going to go for the Sword Dance, boosting his attack by 2 stages. It's going to hit really hard. I actually really like Samrock, so a really cool Pokemon. Going for Arm Thrust, hoping I can get some, maybe a critical hit or something, but it's really not doing much damage at all. I love that animation. So it only hits 2 times, which is really, really underwhelming. Right, so now I was thinking, what should I do? Should I go for a belly drum again? However, it's going to go for a knockoff. It's going to knock off my Salac Berry, which is kind of unfortunate. I really wanted that to work. So it's got Life Orb as the item too. So I just went for Arm Thrust. I thought that was my best attack. I was hoping I could hit maybe 5 of them to get some like good damage. So I got 3 of them, which is nice. And I got the 4th one, which is awesome too. So 4 of them is pretty good. I got some nice damage. So I knew I'd probably go down to the next one, unless I only hit twice. So I was thinking that was my best option. It's going to go for a Mega Horn. I'm like, okay, maybe they're expecting me to swap there. And guess what? I'm going to KO anyway, and that's my Hariyama down. So I did pretty good there. There wasn't a lot I could do, right? So I got to take this thing out, right? It's got +2 in attack. It has a Life Orb. It's fairly fast, but I do have my 69 Big Max left, which is my Snorlax. Now, this was the Giga Impact Snorlax with the Snorlax Z, and I've got one of my favorite Z moves. I've got max health and max attack on this thing. I was thinking of going just for Giga Impact to finish it off. I didn't really want to burn up my Z move. I wasn't sure what to do. I was thinking there was another Pokemon left, obviously. Then they went for a Sword Dance, so maybe hoping I go for a miss on Giga Impact. I'm not sure. I just went for the Giga Impact Z move because I didn't want to miss just in case it did happen. So I went for the Z move. This is complete overkill too. I think this would have actually one-shotted. This was a max health, max attack Snorlax. And mate, I definitely would have lived whatever attack they threw at me. Snorlax is very, very bulky. I thought they might go for a Waterfall or something like that, go for a Flinch. Anyway, so going for my Z move. Look how fast Snorlax is running. It's not the only time it ever runs faster than its life. And Samurott is most definitely going to go down to that, already taking prior damage from my Hariyama. So they had one more Pokemon left. That's kind of the reason I didn't go for Giga Impact, because I thought the next Pokemon coming in would be able to like set up on me and just take me out. But maybe a little bit too much Sword Dances there. I think Waterfall would have done some solid damage there. I wouldn't have taken me out though. So the last Pokemon is the Bulbasaur. I was thinking, well, the best thing to probably do is maybe put me to sleep with Sleep Powder. I knew that I could tank anything that really throws at me, so I just went for Giga Impact. That was my best option. I was wondering what this would be, maybe a Sunny Day Solar Beam set. I'm not too sure. And then they're going to go for a Celebrate, and that's a complete troll because that's not going to do anything. And Falls wanted a Bulbasaur for my birthday. Obviously, they didn't have anything left to hit my Snorlax, and that one is game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Obviously, they were using completely a troll team there, but it was quite a funny, interesting battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Now, I was doing some battles as well on my chat at the same time, so I actually got another battle after this. So I'm going to have another battle in this same video too. I need a drink of water, so I thought I'd include this one too, because I had just a couple of battles back to back and give you guys a little bit more extra content to watch. So this one was done live as well. I had a section where I had, you know how you have 100 battles, right? I went to save these couple of battles and my room ran out, so these ones I was lucky to get live, right? So using the same team, right, again, this was, I think I did these, I'm pretty sure I did these for the NU tier, kind of around there. Right, so I was just, normally on my chat, I just wait online and people would invite me to battles, or Plaza people would invite me to battles too. That's sort of how I kind of do it. Or I'll go search for Plaza people. Mainly the Festival Plaza is kind of a lot harder now to get, you know, the normal battles. So I was thinking this game I should leave with my Lickitung was actually really good. So I'm accepting a battle here. This one was against Jake on my chat. Now, if you people do want to battle me, that's on my chat too. The link is in the description. Right, so we are setting the battle up at this point. Sorry, guys, this one was, you know, this isn't live, so I couldn't really get the live version. I would have liked to put the live version because it kind of takes out all the timer and everything like that. That's one thing I hope for them to take out, right? That big annoying text, like, you know, the box they have during the live battles, it's only got a little bit of writing in it, and it's a big empty thing. So also all the battles I do are all single battles too. I mean, I do some doubles and VGC, but mostly it's single battles with these theme teams, right? So I've got my team ready. We're going to set the battle up. Now, a good thing to note too, if you are battling, Ultra Sun and Moon have to pick the rules over someone who's got Sun and Moon too, if you don't know that one already. And same with trades too. Obviously, if you're trying to trade someone a Poi Pole and they don't have it, that kind of, it's the same kind of thing too. And if you're having a multi-battle, if someone does bring, for example, Poi Pole again, and someone who's got Sun and Moon, those battles won't work either. So just so you know, that one if you didn't already. I think I did mention that a couple of times, but I had a couple of questions in my stream the other day, and I wanted to answer those ones. So just picking my team at the moment. Obviously, I'm using the same team. A lot of the time, I do these battles back to back too. So here we go. We've got a Venusaur a Arbok, Quillfish, another Snorlax. I was like, cool, wonder what that Snorlax is. We've got a Torterra and a and a Zebstrika. Now, the problem Pokemon I was thinking was that Venusaur could be a problem. I don't have loads and loads of stuff to hit it, and the Snorlax is also very bulky too. Now, the Torterra would be nice for my Lickitung. I do have Ice Beam on that, so that could be good. And I got a Pokemon for Arbok too, so I was kind of worried more about the Snorlax and the Venusaur. They were kind of bulky Pokemon. This team didn't have loads of damage output either. I mean, the Snorlax had big damage output, but then, you know, once its Z move had been used up, I only had Giga Impact as the other move. So that kind of left me very vulnerable to, like, boosting moves. Right, so we have an Arbok lead here. And I think I'd leave things off with my Lickitung again because, yeah, it just seemed to be a good lead, and it's got such a great special move pool. So we both, we got Intimidate off, which is fine because I'm a special attacker. I thought I'd add, if I do have any battles and such, I'd add some extra content in for you guys to watch. I did actually put one up on my channel like a week or so ago, and everyone, you know, kind of wanted to see all the extra battles that I had. And I thought I'd just tack it on to this battle so you guys can have some extra content. So going for the Gung Shot on me, it missed, and then I critted with Ring Out, taking the Arbok out in one shot. Oh, that was an amazing first turn. The salt is real, people. So I don't think I would have taken the Arbok out in one shot. It's got reasonable special defense too. Okay, so now, basically, I'm getting roasted because the Snorlax is called Ben. Yeah, I'm just getting roasted at the moment. So I was thinking, well, I could swap in my Snorlax after this or get some damage off on the Snorlax. And I thought, no, I'm going to swap in the other Snorlax because I want it to be a Snorlax versus Snorlax battle. It's amazing. Anyway, so on the swap right, we have the Z move from the Snorlax. So we both got the Snorlax Z move. And I was thinking, well, if this is a max attack one, I should just be able to live this maybe really badly, depending on like the damage rolls and stuff. Snorlax has a decent attack stat, but it's not like incredibly high, so obviously the Z move is very powerful itself. So we got a double Z move from the Snorlax too. I have to say that Snorlaxium, Z move, the Tapu Koko, Guardian Viola, probably my two favorites. There was another two that I really liked. The Pikachu Z move is actually really good too. I'd say they're probably my favorite signature ones. So anyway, I live on 57 health, which is nice. Hoping I can outspeed myself, roast, and go for my Z move. However, they're going to have Metronome. They're going to try and finish me off the disrespect Metronome. It's going to use Wish. I'm like, oh man, if this doesn't take it out, I've only got Giga Impact afterwards, and it's probably going to outspeed me. It's actually going to Wish off. So I'm going to go for my Snorlaxium Z move too, which is Giga Impact. I hope they do some more of these signature Z moves in the games to come. I'm not sure. Now, there actually was not that I kind of cover this kind of stuff on my channel at all, like Pokemon leaks and stuff. I'm not really a fan of that kind of thing. But there was a Pokemon leak that was kind of confirmed, and someone was, I don't know too much about this because I don't post this stuff, but there was sort of like someone had predicted these things happening, or supposedly, and a couple of them come true. So, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about that, but they said something about red and blue. I'm not sure, it's definitely not 100% confirmed, but I just thought I'd mention that now. I seen a post about it, and a couple of their things have come true. But that doesn't mean to say that, you know, everything on that list is going to come true, and it could definitely well be debunked or just fake leaks as well, which is, you know, I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of times. Anyway, so now we got Quillfish coming in. It's going to have the Intimidating ability, dropping my attack. There's not much, there's no real point in me swapping out. Just wait for Giga Impact. The Quillfish is going to go for the Poison Jab, and that's going to take out my 69 Big Max, but that's all good. I was kind of happy with that result. So I've still got 5 Pokemon left in this game. So I was actually in the lead here too. Snorlax doing an amazing job there. And Lickitung was the MVP of a lot of these battles too. Now, if you haven't seen the full thick or fat Pokemon team, make sure you check it out. It was quite a laugh. One of the battles actually featured the team going against like a food team. It was quite funny. It was completely unplanned too. It was just very, very hilarious. So now swapping in my thick Wi-Fi, it's going to go for the Destiny Bond. I'm like, bugger. Destiny Bond, I really don't like what they did to Destiny Bond. Like, you can't use it in succession anymore. It kind of fails. So now Licky's going to go down to the Destiny Bond, Ring Out, just completely destroying that Quillfish. I guess they kind of did it so you couldn't keep spamming it over and over again. I get that. I understand that. It's definitely the usage for Destiny Bond. I guess it wouldn't be as high anymore because you can't just keep spamming it. It comes down to, before it would kind of come down to mind games, whereas now once you use it, it's like, oh, well, I can't use it a second time because obviously if you use it in succession, there's a high chance of it failing. Right. So now we got the Zebstrika coming in. I've got my my bulky physical attacking Guzzlord. Now the Zebstrika is going to use Stomp. So it's obviously a scummy like stomping set. Going for the Steamroller, hoping my Quick Claw actually activates here. And Steamroller does over half health, which is amazing. So the idea really was to try and get those flinches and Quick Claw activate to try and flinch the opponent and get some beast boost in attack too. So Zebstrika's going for the stomp. Looks so funny when Guzzlord gets stomped, and I'm actually able to take that one really well. Obviously, I'm very bulky, and Steamroller actually fails to take it out. So I was like, well, this is going to be a good opportunity for me to get a beast boost at the attack and do some massive damage. So Zebstrika going for another stomp, hoping this is like a Whitney 2.0 set. And it's not going to stop me. Finishing off with Heavy Slam. Disrespectful, I know, but it was needed. Heavy Slam is an amazing move. So now Zebstrika is down, and things are looking really fresh at the moment. I've got a +1 in attack. I'm a fairly bulky Pokemon. But, yeah, the battle actually started to change. The waves of the battle actually kind of start to change very, very soon. Okay, so just waiting for them. I was thinking, well, maybe maybe my internet's dropped out, but it didn't. So we got Torterra coming out. Now, Torterra is quite bulky in defense and health, so I really did need that +1. So I was 4-2 up at the moment, so things are looking like really, really good here. It's going to have Quick Claw. We got an opposing Quick Claw, Torterra, and it's going to use Earthquake. So all I was running on this set was max health, but you know, as you know, it does have a lot of health, and I'm able to actually tank that one. So on this, I'm going to go for the Steamroller, hoping I can get some flinches happening, and that does some big damage. So Torterra is going to be a 2-hit KO to that. Hoping now my Quick Claw actually activates. That'll be so funny, and however, it doesn't. So Quick Claw never activated for Guzzlord at all. So I guess, you know, it's not a very high chance. I was kind of hoping for it to happen. And, I mean, that's what you get with luck items, right? So Guzzlord is down, but he did a fine job. So I've still got 3 Pokemon remaining. Now, there is the Torterra and the Venusaur left. So there's 2 grass Pokemon. Right, so I thought that to swap in too many bananas here, which is my Slaking. So I went for the Choice Banded Scratch here. Even, it's so funny, like even a low base power move on someone like Slaking, it hits so hard. If you can imagine if Slaking didn't have Truant, man, this thing would be OU Ubers like easy. So Torterra is going to go down to a Scratch, always wanted to say that, and they've only got 1 more Pokemon left. However, the tide of the battle did change, and boy did it change. So the last Pokemon is the Venusaur. Now, as you know, I've got to go for the Truant, and this part I had to speed up 4 times. So we've got a Mega Venusaur to my dismay, and it's going to set up the Leech Seed, right? Now, the problem, right, was the Venusaur actually had Protect, so my Slaking was completely useless. I couldn't do anything. So I went to Hairy Mama, and I thought, well, I might be able to get up the Belly Drum Arm Thrust right and get some damage on this thing. So going for the Belly Drum, I sacrificed half my health, and got a Salac Berry too. However, the Venusaur is going to keep stalling me out, and Sumo is going to go down, so they got wrecked there. Even if I went for a Fade Attack or Arm Thrust, it was going to do nothing. So my last hope is my Miltank here getting some workups up. I wish I had Sap Sipper on this set. Unfortunately, I ran Scrappy over Sap Sipper. That kind of really messed me up here. So I was hoping to get some attacks off. I'm going to go for the workup on the Protects. Obviously, it was quite predictable. The problem was I couldn't do enough damage to this thing. So going for the Ice Beam, obviously the Venusaur, Mega Venusaur's ability really kicking in against that. And I had to swap out that because I was going to go down to the Toxic. And once again, the Mega Venusaur is going to stall me out. There was nothing I could do against this thing. I'm just so salty at the moment. And that's about it for the battle. I could not get past Mega Venusaur, and it's going to clutch right then. I wasn't actually expecting to verse the Mega Venusaur either, and it's going to like Toxic and Leech Seed stall out my Slaking. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sometimes I might tack on like another battle and stuff on these like more casual videos, just so you can see some of the battles that were, you know, like kind of left out, or I just had too many battles for a theme team, right? And that's about it. I've got a theme team coming up a little bit later on. It's quite a good one too. I hope you guys will enjoy that, and I'll see you later on. Peace.